Hey, you can't do that.
It's all caught on camera. We have the receipts. This is, again, one of the most important, if not the most important videos we do on the MeidasTouch network. As I asked you over the weekend, let me ask you again, because no one else is really covering it the way we do. Please, please, please do me this favor. Share this video again with as many people as you know. This is part 2, where we show you Donald Trump's Gestapo raiding the streets, cities, our communities, attacking Home Depot parking lots and food vendors and hardworking people, kidnapping people, throwing people into concentration camps. We can't have a media blackout of all of this. There are incredible citizen journalists who are out there exposing this. And the fact that the MeidasTouch network has this platform, I need to share with you what's going down. I'll give you the same warning I did yesterday, but I please, 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 I ask you to do your best to watch the full video. But the warning is, this stuff is hard to watch. It's hard to see literal Gestapo ICE agents, just like Nazi Germany, going into our communities, grabbing people, shooting at windows, beating people, disappearing them to concentration camps. People who are just trying to work, people who have contributed to our country, but we have to take a look at it. So the first thing I want to show you is from Norwalk, Connecticut, from this weekend. South Norwalk, Connecticut, ICE agents set up a local police station until the chief forced them out. Soon after, 12 masked agents smashed the windshield of a red pickup and dragged out Ricardo Chavez and his brother. Ricardo ran but was chased, tased, beaten, and shoved bleeding into an unmarked ICE car despite demanding a warrant and saying his daughter was bringing his papers. They left his wrecked truck in the street for his daughter to recover. She is fresh out of UConn and now studying psychology. She spoke through a megaphone at a massive vigil outside the station, joined by the mayor, officials, and hundreds of residents demanding an end to ICE terrorism in the city. Since ICE appeared Thursday, at least 6 local families have lost their breadwinners. Black and brown residents are terrified. A campaign of terrorism being inflicted by the Trump Gestapo. The rest of us are furious. This is what Trump is funding. This is what ICE is doing, bringing violence to our communities. Thank you, Front Water Protectors. Here's what went down in Norwalk, Connecticut. Let's play it.
This is Norwalk, Connecticut.
Sir, please stop. Sir, stop. No, stay on the ground. Stay on the ground. Your train's behind your back. Sir, please stop. Sir, please stop. Sir, Sir, put your good.
You guys better call an ambulance. He hit his head really hard. Fucking asshole. Fucking pieces of shit, yo.
I want to see the warrant. I want to see the warrant. Wait, my wife's coming for. You know, oh my God! Well, I want to see the warrant. Come on.
¿Cómo se llama, hermano? ¿Cómo se llama?
Leonel.
¿Leonel qué?
I told you it's tough to watch, but we have to see this. We can't look away. The next video I want to show you is an ICE raid at a car wash in Orange County that happened on Sunday. This happened in Garden Grove, August 17th, 11 a.m. It appears they took at least one person, the man that 4 to 5 agents detained and brutalized. Listen to the video. You can hear someone upset and crying in the background. If anyone has any more information, please let Veronica Dela Cruz TV know. Please let OC Active know. It's just an honor that we are able to use our platform to try to show the great work of these incredible citizen journalists. Here, play this clip.
Hey, he's not doing nothing. Hey, he's not doing nothing. Chill out. He's not doing nothing. Hey, chill out. Chill out. He's not doing nothing. Hey, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Look at that shit.
Now, this next video I want to show you is what happened when a group of Latino family and friends were targeted by ICE over the weekend as they just enjoyed a nice day at a river in Dover, Arkansas. ICE was forced to release everyone after they detained them since they were all documented. This is the racial profiling we see in Arkansas, in California, and every state. And people are getting thrown into concentration camps as well. Here, let's play this clip.
Okay, so he said he's asking everybody, but everybody's just standing over there. And he's not sending anybody else. They came directly at us because we're Hispanics, and I know they're checking to see if we have papers or not. This is so unfair. Are y'all going to ask for everybody else? Are y'all just going to ignore the fact that y'all are racially profiling us? Why is he being it? Why are y'all guys doing that? Why are y'all doing that? Freaking amazing doing this? Does that make you feel so tough doing this? We provided the right documentation. That is so fucked up.
Hey!
We didn't hear anything.
They're not talking to you.
Carlos, Carlos. Hey, espérate.
No. You came to record. You cannot. Why are you thinking?
No, Carlos.
Carlos, venite.
Wait. Hey, no.
Hey,
No,
to record. Hey!
Carlos!
Now, if you want to see as well what some of these ICE agents, ICE Nazis, many are calling them, are doing. Take a look at the Mount Pleasant neighborhood in DC. You'll see the ICE agents walking around and just tearing down anti-ICE signs. And then the community puts a new one right up. But here, watch as they tear it down.
Mine. We're taking America back, baby. Esto es para América. Los Estados Unidos es número uno. Lo estamos tomando otra vez de nuevo.
Now here they are. Now you see the sign being put back up right there. And one of the things we see these ICE agents doing, it's all a photo op with real world consequences. And they just shoot movies. They shoot Al-Qaeda, ISIS style terrorism movies, except the people being attacked. It's Americans attacking people here in the United States. Take a look at this, the video that they're shooting right here. Here, play this clip. Now, whenever we can amplify local media stories, we try to do that as well on the MeidasTouch network. So here are Trump's masked ICE agents attempting to kidnap a family in San Bernardino without identifying themselves. They smashed their windows and shot at the car when the family took off scared, like any person would do if masked thugs rolled up with no IDs. Here, play this clip.
Now to that story on the shooting involving immigration agents. Tonight, we're hearing from one of the people inside that vehicle when it happened.
There are still a lot of unanswered questions about what led up to this shooting. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz is in San Bernardino with the latest.
Martin says he was working with his father-in-law and 18-year-old son-in-law this morning when their vehicle was suddenly surrounded by unmarked cars and masked men.
They hopped out with their pistols already drawn. Then they proceeded to ask us to lower the window and open the doors.
Martin stresses they asked, but masked agents did not identify themselves. They stay in the locked car as agents insist they come out. Moments later, they shatter 2 windows.
Hey, you can't do that!
Once the glasses were shattered, my father-in-law feared for his life from his perspective, and so I guess the car was already in drive, so he drove the vehicle away from where those agents were at.
3 gunshots can be heard.
Thank God the bullets didn't go through the truck. They just got stuck into the door. But they were aimed at my brother-in-law, who was in the passenger front.
The family sought the help of San Bernardino police, who arrived at their home.
We made a report with them. They told us FBI wasn't going to contact with us.
They say instead it turned into an hours-long standoff with several federal agencies showing up at their home. They say this officer seen pulling out a weapon during the vehicle stop is the same person who fired the gunshots.
He said that he didn't shoot, that those 3 shots were him tapping on the glass. But we have bullet holes in the side of the vehicle now.
The Department of Homeland Security released a statement saying in part that during a vehicle stop, a subject refused to exit his vehicle and tried to run CBP officers down, saying he struck 2 officers with his vehicle, and that 1 officer had to discharge his firearm in self-defense. The video we reviewed does not show the driver trying to run the officers down. The agency did not answer our questions about why the driver was stopped or whether the agents had an administrative or judicial warrant. Community groups are calling for accountability.
It seems there to be like a lot of impunity, and this might be again one of the cases where we can bring forward to courts and say this is what's happening, right? When you let loose an administration and an agency to just basically create their own rules.
Annabelle Munoz, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Next, I want to show you ICE detaining a high school soccer star while driving to school, handcuff and arrest him in front of all the other students. He had just dropped his mom off at work, a routine they followed for years. A member of the first ever state championship win for Toombs County Soccer. That's in Georgia. Here, play this clip right here.
An 18-year-old Toombs County high school student and athlete is now sitting inside of Stewart Immigration Detention Center after being arrested here in Toombs County. This is Roberto Iztep Caba, a Toombs County high school junior who is known in the community to be a star soccer and cross-country athlete. The Toombs County Sheriff confirmed to me that on August 8th, Caba was pulled over for running a stop sign outside of the Toombs County High School. Caba was taken into custody for driving while unlicensed. Federal Immigration Services were quickly alerted of Caba's arrest from a system that processes fingerprints at the county jail. Monday, Immigration Services came and took Caba to an immigration detention center. The sheriff tells me that there's been an administrative warrant for him for around 9 years. I spoke to the Caba family, who says that when they brought their son to the United States from Guatemala, they brought him under asylum. Now they say they are devastated and are holding out hope for Roberto's safe return. Roberto's father and translator asked me not to show their faces on camera for their own safety.
Like, he didn't deserve this. He was almost graduating. He had this year and next year. And yeah, he just hopes in a miracle that God can do for us, and that there's just a better opportunity for him. They come from Guatemala in hopes of a better future, because there's so much going on in Guatemala, and they came here just to be in better hands.
Reporting from Toombs County, I'm Olivia Wright, WTOC News.
And by the way, the individual's name is Robert Iztep Caba. This was his second day of school. He's lived in Toombs County, Georgia since he was 4 years old. Now, instead of being in class or on the field, Roberto is in jail on an immigration hold, and his family has no idea where he will be taken next. He has 2 sisters, 1 brother, and a new sibling on the way who need him home, the only ones he's ever known. We hope this reaches the right audience. Go check out his GoFundMe. Help bring Roberto home. Now I'll show you this. ICE detaining a 2-year-old Canadian toddler for 41 days, more than double the legal time allowed. Another 3-year-old child was locked up for 4 days in a holding room meant for detention under 12 hours. I don't want to die here. I don't want to die here, a 13-year-old said in written testimony held for weeks with no access to toys, activities, or schooling. We served a family with a 9-month-old baby who lost 8.82 pounds over a month's time. Read another testimonial. These people are being starved to death and killed, or brought to the brink of death in these death facilities, like the ones in South Texas. Here, play this clip.
2 Canadian toddlers, both under the age of 4, have been held in custody by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement this year, and one of those children was held for 51 days under the age of 4. This is based on new data obtained by the Globe and Mail. Nearly 150 Canadians have been detained by ICE officers this year, so 149. That is on pace to double the number of Canadians detained when we look at the entirety of 2024. For a closer look at these detentions, I'm joined in studio by Catherine Blaisbaum with the Globe and Mail. Good morning to you. Good
morning.
You know, I have 3 children. I know what they're like when they're little. I mean, thinking about the fact that these 2 children, they're little, under the age of 4 years old, held in these facilities. Who are these kids? What do we know about them? And what do we know about the conditions?
I, too, am a mom of 3, and it was horrifying reading through details about the facility where they were being held. So what we do know is that these 2 children were held for weeks. One of them held for more than 7 weeks at a facility in South Texas that is at the center of allegations of not providing adequate drinking water, mothers who can't access formula for their babies, no soap to clean their bottles, children who don't have toys, guards taking, a doll away from a little girl, no access to medical treatment or reduced access to medical treatment. So very challenging circumstances for these families, including these 2 Canadian children. We do know that both of them have been released. They were detained separately. These are 2 separate families, we understand, based on the data. Both detained in May, one released a couple weeks later, and then the other one, the data showed that this person and their grown-up, along with another child, were released in mid-July.
Do you know why they were detained, like what the reason was?
What we do know, based on the data analysis, is that they were detained with what appear to be grown-ups. We don't know if they are their mothers, but in the case of one of the children, it was a Bolivian mother. In the other, it was a Congolese woman, and it appears that they were picked up for what are known as other immigration violations, so no criminal record, but rather some other immigration violation, and they have been placed into what are described as expedited removal proceedings with a credible fear referral. So they are claiming
what does that mean?
Yeah, they are claiming that if they are sent home, that they fear persecution.
Got it.
And now, we don't know what happened to them. We don't know where they are. We are actively trying to find them. They're just one of many people who are
being held.
Now, one of the things I want you to know about are the plans that ICE has to build 1,000 concentration camps or so across the United States, just like Alligator Alcatraz. That's where our taxpayer money is going, not to healthcare or education or making housing more affordable, trying to build 1,000 concentration camps across the country, obviously trying to help the private prison system, friends of Trump and Republican governors make a lot of money. Let me take you to Alabama right now, where the verdict is in. The state's immigration proceedings there has a lot of American workers and people really pissed off. Here, play this clip.
They're putting Alabamians back to work in my area. Experience that I've had, they ain't too good at what they do.
Keith Smith says most immigration workers left after the law took effect. So this potato farmer hired Americans. Problem is, he says, most show up late, work slower, and are ready to head home after lunch. Some even quit after just one day out in the field.
There's a Hispanic man that works for us, and I say, he's 52, and he'll make anywhere from $70 to $100 a day. I said, if you can keep up with him and do a good job, you can make that. But they just They're not physically in shape to do it, and, you know, probably not mentally tough enough to do it, some of them.
Over on this tomato farm, the story's not much different. Brent Smith may be the only exception.
The bending over, and if you're not used to working and kneeling down and bending over and constantly up and down all day long, is the grueling part of it. It really is. I mean, other than that, it's not any harder than anything else you can do.
With a 9.9 unemployment rate, Alabama is almost 1% higher than the national average. Tomato farmers say skilled workers can make anywhere from $200 to $300 a day, but unskilled workers make much less. And farmers say many Americans are not physically fit and simply don't work fast enough.
It's just going to take body conditioning, mental conditioning, in order to earn enough money to make it worth a day's work.
Now, this is in Van Nuys, California, where you have Trump's Gestapo flashing white power hand gestures. This is what it looks like in the streets right now. Let's play it.
How does it feel being a Nazi? How does it feel being a Nazi? We don't want you here. Get the fuck. Are you doing? You are terrorizing our community. Do you feel happy about being a Gestapo? Do you feel happy about being a Gestapo? Do you feel happy about being a Gestapo? How do you feel being a Nazi? How do you feel being a Nazi? Do you guys feel proud being Nazis? Do you feel proud being a Nazi? Do you feel proud being a Nazi? Do you feel proud terrorizing communities?
And you see right here, you know, what's the point of this all? Just cruelty for cruelty's sake. And here is in Washington, D.C., what it looks like now, what it looks like today, with the National Guard there, who now walk around with, they're allowed to walk around with weapons, and point weapons at people. And here, play this clip. My dogs, Taquito and Chiquito, are the happiest dogs ever. You know why? Because I give them Sundays for Dogs, which is, let's face it, the best dog food ever. What I love about Sundays for Dogs is that, like, unlike other fresh dog food, Sundays does not require refrigeration or preparation because of their air drying process. You just pour it and serve it, and you can cancel or pause your subscription with Sundays for Dogs at any time with their 14-day money-back guarantee. It's fresh dog food. It's made from a short list of human-grade ingredients, which I love and I know my doggies love. It was co-founded by Dr. Tori Waxman, a practicing veterinarian who tests and formulates every version of each recipe. And Sundays contains 100% all-natural meat and superfoods and 0% synthetic nutrients or artificial ingredients. So here's the deal we negotiated for your puppies, because I want them to be as happy as mine. Get 40% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/Meidas or use code Meidas at checkout. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/Meidas or use code Meidas at checkout. My doggies, Taquito and Chiquito, tell me that your doggies will love Sundays also. You know, one of the things too, I think Washington Post analyzed the maps where the people are, where the National Guard is, and they're being sent to areas where there's not a lot of crime. to begin with. They're just so the films can be taken, and they're going after people like in like Foggy Bottom and Logan Circle and, you know, places where like the bars are, and just to show the presence. And it's not helping at all with the crime. And crime's down 30-year low anyway. And crime in DC is less than in any red states or red cities pretty much. But now the MAGAs are like, oh, those are fake stats. Those are fake stats. I want to give a hat tip to ProPublica because they're one of the only news groups that I think is meeting the moment right now. So here's what ProPublica explained, how they've documented nearly 50 incidents of immigration officers shattering car windows to make arrests. Here, play this clip.
I'm Kenneth Santizo. I'm 18 years old, and I saw ICE break a man's window and then drag him out of the car while I was waiting for the bus. So I was walking to the bus stop, and I saw a car being surrounded by a bunch of other cars. The cars, they were just like regular cars that you would see in the street with agents that had HSI, DEA, FBI, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, ma'am, do you speak English? Okay, I'm gonna break this window.
And then one of the officers pulled out a weapon and pointed at the man in the passenger seat. Then broke the window. And dragged him down to the sidewalk and then pinned him down.
What's your problem? What are you looking for?
What are you looking for? That's a driver license.
What's your name?
Everything. No, I'm going to church. Come on. We're going to church. And you guys do this to me in front of my kids.
And it was like a really emotional scene afterwards.
They just broke the window. They just broke the window, his window. The police, I think they're trying to deport him.
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking study right now. And these guys are, Jesus. They just took in front of his kids. In front of his kids. No heart, these people. No heart.
And after that, I still went on the bus. I had my exam the next day, right? I still had to study for it. It just like hurts me because like those are people who are my community. Even weirder to think your family's life could be disrupted by just that one moment of like an officer detaining your uncle, father, or anybody in your family.
Great work there by ProPublica. I always support ProPublica. I love the work they're doing. Anyway, everybody, hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers. And please share this video now with as many people as you can. Subscribe to MeidasPlus.com. Become a member of our YouTube channel as well. Thank you so much.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.